Remy, what's good? How are you?
I'm feeling so good today. You know, I'm loving the whole vibe of this. The vibe.
So anyway, what's the plan for the day?
Let me tell you something. I am meeting up with Karen. I'm so happy to see her because the last time I interviewed her was 8 years ago. Yes,
What?
8. Yeah.
It's a long time
Back
ago.
when she was in Kapmula.
I bet she's changed a lot and she'll probably give you a whole lot of details.
Yes. Yeah.
I have to head off to Kibera. I heard about this Matatu with the Shen Top guys, so I'm going to kick it over there with them, learn a little bit of Shen, see those vibes, and I think it's going to be cool.
When you're done, we're going to cross over to the Mtumba culture. You know, Mtumba culture.
Yes.
All the way to Toi. Because, you know, I just want to see this different kind of swag that I'm not usually, you know, used to wearing or seeing.
And we'll probably learn tips on how to bargain because I suck when it comes to bargaining.
I am a
for
pro.
clothes.
I am a pro.
Thank you. Cool.
Real
So
quick.
once we're done with Toy,
Well, there's this fab lady called Tash, and she's a stylist. Is also gonna, you know, give us the hookup.
I'm loving this day. Can't wait to get started.
Yes. So we're gonna order some fab drinks because it's never too early to drink in Africa.
Amen to that.
Oh, hey, hi.
Welcome to Mama Rocks. What
Thank
can
you
I
so
get
much.
you?
Any milkshake that has alcohol in
We
it.
have Boozy Coco Loco. That's the best that you can have.
Say that again. What?
Boozy Coco Loco.
Boozy Coco Loco.
Yeah, that's the best that you can have.
And the strong.
Yeah, it's very strong.
very
and
strong.
It's very late.
Let me tell you, get me that one, man. Make sure you get that too, because I'm expecting a guest.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
You
but
enjoy?
you're gonna have fun too. You're gonna
Yeah,
have fun
for sure,
too.
for sure. We'll link up
Oh my
later.
God, Karen! Hey.
Oh, hey. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you.
How are you doing? Good to see you.
Well, you can join her. I
Yeah,
gotta go.
Have fun. Now you, my dear, we're gonna be right there. So I ordered us some strong drink.
Okay, cool. Got
Yeah.
your face. Like, oh my God,
excitement,
yeah. Okay,
Gonna have a
cheers.
good.
Cheers. We're gonna have a good conversation. Oh dear.
And have you watched Drunk History? I love Drunk History. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so idiotic.
But did you watch the Rihanna one where she was drinking while having it?
That was dope. You're looking fabulous as
Thank
always.
you so much. So are you.
Your snapback game is on point.
And you?
So you know what? The last time I saw you were 16.
Oh, dude.
And can you say grown ass? No? Okay, maybe not.
So
I know,
thanks.
I
Yeah, coming
know.
from you, it's thanks.
Let me tell you, you became a mom at the age I became a mom.
Yeah.
23.
Crazy.
You know, and let me remind you of backstage, Niger night. This would
Oh,
be
wow.
2011.
Oh wow.
You were such a child, Karen. And
Yeah.
Kamula at that time, when all of you had the fame, was very big. And you went to school and you had the whole, you know, international experience out there. So how was it being an artist from Kenya, an African artist,
Yeah.
all the way in the States, you're hustling and you're in school? How was that reception? By the way, as we speak, let's not forget our drinks.
Yeah, I love this. It's so good. So, I mean, I was mostly in school, so I didn't get to be in the industry like that much, but I did perform sometimes. Mostly in New York and Boston and Austin with for South by Southwest with Cosmic Homies. I don't know, it was really different from how it is when I perform in Kenya. Like, people were really receptive. My music and our music is very international, so it was really easy for people to just like accept it and listen to it. It's like they understood it immediately.
And you're also from, you know, some sort of rebel. You don't do what people expect you to do, and I know you fought so hard to get out of that shell of what people thought you should be when you were in the group.
That's actually, the time in the States was purposeful. I had to get away from Nairobi just to grow, because I felt like when you're that famous and you're that young, it's like you almost can't make any mistakes. Like, Kenyans on Twitter are famous. Infamous.
word, KOT.
For bringing people
know.
down in the most harshest way. So I just had to get away and just like live and experiment as I could, and I felt like I could do that in the States. I felt the freedom to be myself when I was in America.
You're in the US, and then you came back with a gift for us, your little beautiful prince.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Karen. You
came back with a gift.
Yes, because you know you blessed us. You know, with your son.
Yeah, he's adorable.
You know, yeah. So, how did it feel?
It was insane because I was pregnant at the same time that Trump was being elected, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to stay in school. It was like a really crazy time, and that's what made me decide to go home. Obviously, people were like, stay in the States, give birth in the States. I was like, no, I need to be with my family. I need to be loved.
Were you scared?
I wasn't scared. I felt like it was the right time for me. I just
okay.
didn't really know what the future held. And I was like, I know I want to keep doing music. I want to be a mom. I don't know what that's going to look like, but let's just do it. You know, when you're pregnant, you have that like fight
Yeah,
you
it's a
have
different, it's a different kind of
strength. I don't know. Yeah, so I wasn't
Yeah.
scared. You're just like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
can
woman.
more, yes.
Yeah.
You more everyone
dope.
down. So, roses. I can't have enough of it. Your facial expressing, your hair, you have
that
this
gel down
fierce-
hair. I'm trying to do
Yes.
it again. It's like not working.
Did you use all the gel?
Yeah, all the gel. It was dope though. I felt really feminine and just like sexy, in control. I felt strong. I felt in control also because I was co-directing with the Kweli. So that was a really fun experience and I want to keep co-directing my videos.
And then there's this other power vibe that you have, the glow song.
Yeah, glow
You know,
up.
yes,
Yeah,
glow
yeah.
up. Yeah, you have all these fierce females around you. Why did
Yeah.
you feel that you had to have that kind of expression, especially in these different women? I love the melanin in the song.
You know, I didn't even realize that everybody's like, all the melanin was popping, everyone had natural hair. Someone
Yes.
pointed that out to me. I was like, I guess that's just the kind of people I hang out with. Even the song wasn't like so it was purposeful, but it wasn't like, this is going to be the next song that I release. It was just like a vibe that I had in the studio. I was like, for once, I don't want to sing about guys, let's sing about the girls.
Yeah.
And that's what came out in the video. The video was super, super intentional. I said that I wanted to be surrounded by women in the industry that I thought were doing really dope things,
Yeah.
being unique, going against the grain, and diversifying the Nairobi scene.
Hey now, you could be my neighbor. Only we can save us. Sister love forever, forever.
Africa right now is hot. It's,
Yeah,
we
it
are the
is.
hottest thing right now.
Yeah, it's
Our
about
culture,
time, I think.
a whole lot about time.
It's a really unique moment, I think,
Yeah.
because like Africans are everywhere. And
Yeah. True.
yeah, and our music is like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day, like a lot of diaspora live in the States now because of, like African Americans kind of shaped the music industry. And Africans right now are also just like booming, so.
Like we're more confident in our culture, in how we express ourselves, in
Yeah.
our dances. We don't need to spice it up, if you may,
Yeah.
if you may say so. So,
But the dope thing is also in Nairobi, there's like a new renaissance of just like dope new artists, new
Yeah.
wave that's popping up, and
Yes.
it's about time.
yeah, and you're part of the movement, so that's a big thing. And you're going for the homecoming.
Yeah,
event.
festival in
yes,
South Africa
in
next
South Africa.
weekend.
How's
Yes.
that? How do you feel?
I feel great. I'm excited to play in South Africa. I have a song with a South African coming out soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to be there a lot more.
You don't want to say who?
Oh, Teleman. Teleman. It'll be out next week, you'll see.
Okay.
Teleman
okay.
is dope.
Before we end, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, for being on Forbes.
Oh, yes.
30 under 30, that was a big achievement.
Thanks.
You also claimed your space in the music business production.
Right.
I see you very boldly calling out female producers on Twitter to come up and
Yeah.
be more vocal. So congrats on that. How does it feel?
Thank you. I just have to. It doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like me.
Oh yeah?
But that's how this year has been. It's just reaffirming. It's making me feel like what I'm doing is the right thing to be doing. So that just gives me a lot more confidence to keep going.
You've done a whole lot. But
Yeah.
listen, we're forgetting our drinks.
Yeah. What's yours
Yeah.
called again?
It's called boozy.
Cocoa something.
Yeah, cocoa, like
Okay.
strong drink.
Yeah. I would try that if they
Yeah.
had like a non-dairy one.
Yeah, but you look like a straight up intense.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
No problem.
And by the way, this is dope. I really want to commend you ladies because this is really good.
Thank you.
And seeing females having this kind of movement is amazing. How do you feel about it?
I think we're really proud of
Yeah.
where we've gone to so far and how far we've taken this brand, and we're really excited to take it further and really make it a global concept.
Yeah,
And we're opening brand number 3.
that is really dope. What do we expect from you in future when you have your business hat on?
I think expect the unexpected. So we like
I like
unique
that.
spaces.
I like that.
We like to throw in some African flavors to everything that we do. So we don't play it safe.
And we really want to share this brand with the world
Yeah.
because it's something that we really feel like embodies that kind of vibrance that Africa embodies, and we really want the world to see it. Thank you.
And this drink's my word.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Getting me happy.
milkshake.
Like, you know, the burgers are lit, the drinks are lit. You know, so you ladies are doing something fabulous.
Thank you.
You know, so I'm going to ask, what are you having and why are you having these strong drinks right now in the afternoon? That is not even right.
No,
This is not okay.
This is my tonic. This is the Victoria Island iced tea, obviously Nigerian influenced. Yeah?
Yes.
And you know, when you're having these business conversations, you need a bit of tonic to help.
You know,
things-
come down,
yeah,
you
to
know,
help the creativity come
seal in
out.
the deal.
Yeah, and
You
life's
know,
about enjoying, you know, it's the weekend.
Yeah.
You've got to let loose now and again, so why not?
yeah, so business and some pleasure.
Yeah.
And hustle mode on 100.
Hustle 100%.
I love it. I love it. Let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Okay, here's to an amazing fab weekend.
Thank you.
So I just got word from the Sheng Talk crew that they are ready for me. I hear this mat is insane. Here's the thing. If you're in Kenya, you have to ride in a matatu, okay? This is just, it's the best experience ever. Think about this. Amazing graffiti, big screens, the music, oh my goodness, and the design, the overall design, it just makes a matatu ride more than a ride. It's an experience. So I hope that you're ready for this experience, because I get the feeling that this matatu ride is gonna be one that you're gonna remember. Let's go check them out. This mat is called Notorious, so obviously that's why there's so much Notorious BIG artwork all over the place. And by the way, shout outs to all the graffiti artists. These guys do a superb job. Ebony Chanue, tell me a little bit more about you. I want to get to know a little bit more about what you guys are about, the whole Sheng vibe. So tell me, niambie a little bit more about you.
Hey, so Gina, my name is Charles Karaoke, aka Charles Slim. Charles Slim is a word that people used to tease me about, like I was so skinny, in high school. Nikasema I'll make this my stage name because I didn't have a name. I am a writer, rapper, actor, TV presenter, style enthusiast, entrepreneur.
I was checking the first thing I noticed. I was like, hey, Lion King.
We custom make all of our clothing. Yeah, we source them around, tunaendaga ka thrifting, Gikomba somewhere, then this is what comes out.
Me, I'm a businessman.
So what kind of businesses?
So I own a company called Lakota Leatherworks. We make leather products. I'm also a farmer. I also have a cereals shop. And apart from that, I'm involved with the whole Sheng Talk show. And as we just love the culture, this is how we grew up. We grew up like doing all these things. But what we used to watch on TV was not a representation of what we were living. So we just decided, let's film what we normally do.
Kang wazito, karibu Joshua ingine mzuka. Jina hapa ni Charles Slim, Sheng Talk matatu edition round ingine mzee, na ukitucheki hapa Jo Buda najua unaanda tuko WhatsApp pia usio.
Yeah, we about to vibe with the driver and to scare Joe how the experience is, how driving for this hot route is, how still.
Kwanza naitwa Frank, pero naita Chooks. Hii ndo matu tumechimba nayo. Ni fiti, kazi ya matatu ndio wanaangaliaga ni kama ati ni kazi chafu, lakini wananekia dish kwa meza.
Na lichiki maze ulikuwa unafanya ma stunts hapo maze, acrobatics. Are you not afraid of death?
It's all about courage. Ni courage peke yake, but unajua pia unaangalia speed ya gari venye na move. Kama iko na speed ya juu unacheza chini. Confidence bana. Confidence peke yake.
Other mats have different things, so gotta find out a couple of things from these guys. So, Aliki, may I have a question? What is your favorite thing about mats?
Whoa, graphics, music system, screens, almost everything.
Have you ever seen like graffiti or mat of an artist that really struck, like, man, that looks so effing cool?
Yeah.
Which artist was it?
I've seen so many artists.
Which one was your favorite?
Big Man, Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z. Oh yeah, Jay-Z. You're a big Jay-Z fan?
Yeah, I'm a Jay-Z fan.
Kuna matime ushaipanda mat lakini hizo ngoma zikujaa, so unataka ageuze muziki, play something different. Ushaiko kwa hiyo situation?
Yeah, nishaiko kwa hiyo situation.
So man, me, I can honestly live in a mat, especially if it's this comfortable. Man, I find myself just chilling. thing about this place is it
Yeah.
freaks me out.
Why?
Because
Hey, look
of
at here.
hey,
What's up? Gang.
right?
Hey, we're looking good. Yo, what's happening?
You, as
Some
always,
shoes.
swag.
Yeah.
Dude, yes. You need to fix us
I know
together,
a cool
man.
spot, man, like this.
Lead the way.
Sneakers.
Okay, you're our guy.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, we need to teach Nick how to bargain because
Yeah.
I am terrible at it, like really, really terrible.
yeah.
Yo, where's my guy, Abdul? Hey, guys.
Poor son of bro.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so we're gonna try some shoes.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
You know, you guys can
Sanchez.
chill. You can stick it up. Are you a sneaker person?
I am a sneaker person, I am a
say
Timberland
what?
person, I am a boots person.
You can get shoes
We
everywhere.
get any shoe. Let me try this one. I just want to get the vibe of this and the swag of,
And it
you know,
fits.
seeing my
Yo,
a bit at the front.
I like these.
Hey,
Right?
Nick, you're looking
I feel like I'm Hassan Minhaj.
Yeah. Oh, I love that dude.
You
What
have
if
to.
what if someone right next to you comes through and buys it, you
I
know?
know.
The game is the game.
Oof.
The game is the game.
Hey, man. Okay, how you feeling?
Yeah, that's hard.
I like them.
Yeah.
I got myself some slides. And that's, you know,
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
super nice.
cozy
Okay.
game.
Okay.
Yeah, guys.
Hey.
That was a cool day, man.
But yes, and I love
Oh,
this
sure.
jacket.
Yeah.
This jacket is on point.
Man,
I dig it.
for like
You guys
giving
look
life,
fresh, man.
giving
That's
life
just
to my
hard, bro.
closet.
Yeah, so essentially you guys to meet my friend from this day and to me, he's styling, that's gonna start kind of big. So yeah, I think you guys
That's
like
fab.
it. What's good, man? My boyfriend. Yeah, man. So what's up, guys?
What's up?
So, I got my friend Ram and Nick, and I thought like you guys need to connect because you guys are cool, you guys style.
The first thing, literally the first thing I noticed when I met you guys was your pants.
My pants.
Your pants. Because it reminded me, I think it was about a couple of years ago, first time I went to South Africa. And the first thing that I just noticed all around is the color. Like, guys. So I'm telling you specifically because, like, in Kenya, you find a lot of guys
Guys
don't.
are a bit shy of color.
Yeah, we're kind of shy when it comes to color.
You see this looks I get on the road.
Yeah, right?
And we just came from Toy.
Yeah.
And I got Tasha some things. Me, I didn't get you anything, sorry.
Yes.
Bit tight. Get you some pink overalls. This kind of go together already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are great festival looks.
Oh, those dungarees.
Yeah, these
But
are.
then speaking of festival, you know, Karen was telling me that, you know, she's going for the homecoming, you know, in SA, and I understand you guys will be styling
Homecoming
her.
Africa, yeah.
So not only are we styling her, so we have a platform called jerikalisa.com. So what it is we refer to it as an intersection of culture, where music festival meets music meets fashion. So what we also offer are services such as booking agents for artists, styling, brand management, and event concepts. So what we're doing with Karoon has been taking her from the East African space and introducing her to a new audience in South Africa at a festival called Homecoming.
Right.
Homecoming Africa.
Homecoming Africa. And part of that is not only just arranging that booking and managing that relationship, but also styling her and making sure that when she is on stage, she's presenting her best self and styled by African brands and like proudly African all the way, like top to bottom.
So music can end up making you interested in some fashion items she might be wearing on stage, or through her fashion you might end up falling in love with her music. So I think when they come together like that, that's kind of what J. Kalisa tries to specialize on, is the intersection where cultures meet.
Okay, so just to pick your brains on, as we currently see in fashion, a lot of fashion works, magazine covers, there's tons of like Black people now, and there's a lot of inclusion with like Black American and African, because it's both things. It's both because it's marketable and it benefits the brand and benefits the people too. So what you guys think about, like for an example, there's this designer called I forgot his name, but his brand is Paramos, and he was saying inclusion is letting Black people choose Black models to walk the runway, and diversity is just including Black models on the runway without the inclusion or picking the brains of other people from that culture. So what do you guys think of that topic?
I don't think any of these things are right or wrong or absolute. I think it started a conversation. And I think that's what it's about. And I think similar to how, even with the Lion King soundtrack, whether it could represent the whole continent equally and fairly, and even give props to East Africa, given that the story kind of plays out here. A lot of creatives and non-creatives in East Africa fed back saying, I wish we had featured a lot more East Africans, given that there's Swahili involved in the movie, given that sort of the premise is played out here. And it wasn't about animosity at all. It was more like saying, in future, when another African American with the backing that is required for kind of these projects wants to do an Africa collaborative project, maybe now East Africa will be considered.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I feel, to everyone outside of Africa, you know, as much as there is the internet, and yes, you can learn about Africa in school and whatnot, a lot of people will just have the mentality of Africa, yeah, it's probably one or two countries, they're probably very close-knit. So to someone who's living in New Jersey and is like, yo, this is set in Africa and here's a bunch of songs and Nigerian artists, they'll be like, okay, yeah.
That's what Africa
Tell me about Africa. I can tell you about Africa. I know Shatta Wale, I know Wizkid.
I know Busiswa.
Exactly. But now, at least, if the more astute people will now go online and be like, oh, let me find out more about these guys, and be like, oh, all these guys are from Nigeria, and there's other countries. And then now they start finding out more, and then I guess, yeah, we have a nice spotlight right now, so we should kind of...
How do we use it? That's the conversation.
I think it also speaks to what had happened last week with H&M and the little girl. It was a picture of a little girl, and her, her hair wasn't like, the edges weren't done right, and like it was like sort of tied. So there were two sides to the argument. So there were people who were saying, what's the big deal? We are getting representation. No, but we are getting representation, and that's how I go. We're in there. Okay. And there is the whole thing where especially around natural hair, do you lay your edges? Do you not lay your edges? Like, what do you do? Are you okay with your hair as it comes up when you wake up in the morning? So there was that argument and saying, we are now being showcased and like what we actually look like. But the other interesting angle that, and someone laid it out as a story because they've been in the industry, was all they could imagine was this little girl sitting in a change room or makeup room, makeup and hair room, and all these other kids are being attended to because people know what to do with their hair. And hers is sort of just, like put together, but people are scared to touch it because no one is afraid to do anything wrong with sensitivities around it. And now you think about her now not getting attention or being touched because people are like, we don't want to get it wrong, and now we are so nervous that we don't even want to, get it wrong and be the one who get the backlash. Because when I did look at it, I was like, even as a black girl with natural hair, my mom would not let me walk out like that. Brush your edges. So it was just as basic as that. Like someone could have brushed her edges. Not that she looks ugly in any way. She was still a beautiful, gorgeous girl, but that wasn't even the point. So the point was that when you say you're going to do it, invest in the knowledge and invest in the know-how and do the research. All it would have taken was the inclusion, where you actually have included a makeup artist or a hair person who understands black hair.
She like a brush goes a whole long way.
Cool, man. Like it was cool picking your brains on all these things. We need to like turn up a bit, enjoy ourselves.
So we need K1.
K1.
There's something dope's happening over there. You guys coming through?
Yes, we are. So we're doing something called the Solar Fair, focused on next gen. So all the vendors are 18 to 25, and then we also have artists performing, or below 30 years old. So the whole focus is next generation creatives, and giving them opportunities. So they get to have the stage, they get to have all of that for free, and it's all about just showcasing new talent and upcoming entrepreneurs.
Shall we get dripped out and draped down and
Yeah,
go out?
yes. Let's go do some things together.
I know.
I'm down for
Show you guys what we've got
I
on
need
the
one
rack.
of these things, so yeah. Oh, I love that conversation.
Yo, that was like super fantastic. I can't
So dope.
believe that there's so much talent right here in Nairobi.
I know, I feel like the more we have these conversations and we're showing people the alternative aspect of parts of Nairobi, which are trendy, vibey,
Exactly.
you know, all those things, people will get to know that, hey, this is not just one thing, not just the Maasai people, there's the hip hop, there's the modern.
I feel like this is that break from the mainstream that we needed. Like there's so much other stuff that just makes Africa so rich and funky. I think the thing I like the most about it, man, we are funky.
We are
in
funky,
Africa.
we are rich, we are diverse, we have so much creativity, and you know, we pick up each other's culture and we make it amazing. So,
Collaboration.
most definitely, we've had a fab day, and I hope you also have been enjoying it.
Can't wait for the next adventure.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Yeah, so where are we heading to right now?